I do this different than anyone I've ever seen. Does not mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong, just the way I do it. Take our meat, go to one end, wrap it up, do a double pull, that gets it nice and tight, finger, wrap, and pull. All right, so that gets us step one of this. It's on the end. Squeeze it, get it nice and tight, and then I just kind of wrap it around it as I work my way, as you can see, down the meat. Okay. Back, we're going for a circle. That's the goal. Okay, drop that underneath. Once, twice, and pull it through. All right, good and tight there. Wrap it through again. It is. Pull it through and tight. That's it. Simple, easy. Gets us a nice circle to it. I'm just gonna come down here because I can. Got extra string, and just gonna tighten up that first part of it because that first part of it wasn't quite as round as I'd like. We can use the end here from the first part of the string to tie it off again. 1, 2, pull, finger. Easy to keep my fingers out of the way for that. Wrap it around and pull again. Simple, easy. Some people like to do a single loop, 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 loop. That was easy. Quick, done. And we are ready to throw that in some seasoning and get that on. All right, we got what we're gonna need to finish up and get our dry aged prime rib onto the rotisserie. We're gonna be using today some granulated garlic, just because I like to put that on everything. Smoked paprika. I am currently growing my own paprika and smoking it. I just don't have enough quantity, so I do still use some of these other features and functions. There you go, smoked paprika. This right here, thyme, and this has been freeze dried. We grew this in our own hydroponics, freeze dried it, and we get enough of it that we have that much still of this big bottle. So works great. The flavor that comes off of this blows anything that you can buy in the grocery store away. So if you can grow your own seasonings and herbs, absolutely worth it. And then some freshly ground black pepper. Not going to use a lot of that, but enough to be able to get some on the outside all the way around. We're going to be putting it onto our rotisserie spit with our forks, and like I showed yesterday, pliers to crank these things down. These screws always come loose, especially on the forks. So we always use the pliers to crank those down nice and tight. All right, first thing we're gonna put on is garlic. I'm gonna put the garlic on. You get to put the thyme on.
Okay.
Is that a deal?
Yeah.
All right, here's the garlic. And the way I do all of my seasonings is I hold it at the bottom. That gives me the ability to shake it with my wrist side to side to get an even coating. So here we go. There it is. And as the seasoning starts to come out, There we go. Nice even seasons. And it works so much better if I'm not looking at the camera. When I'm watching the camera instead of watching the food, then it definitely doesn't do as good. All right, last section up here. All right.
That garlic smells good.
You want to know what my mom told me when I was a little boy? That this stuff is good for, paprika? Nothing. She says it's good for color only. And that's because most of this stuff that you buy in a store has almost no flavor. It's so weak. So that's why I'm growing my own paprika and making it myself. Because when you grow it fresh and do it, oh, the flavor's amazing. All right, so we're gonna put this on. This is gonna add a little bit of flavor, but it just doesn't come through as much as I would want it to with the others. All right, but see, look at the red color. Did you know that a lot of people use this for their deviled eggs? Have you ever had deviled eggs before?
Nope.
We'll have to talk to Mom and see if she'll make you some. Does that sound yummy?
I don't think I like any pieces of eggs.
You do. You would.
Daddy,
Yeah,
could
right, great.
we both post the video together? And
You want to push the button with me?
yes.
Oh, wow.
But could we watch it also?
Look at that. Roll it in.
Should
Rolling
we
it in.
watch the video
I
first?
don't know. You should ask me more questions. You found that funny? Okay, here we go. Just like we did before, we're just going to go with our wrist and slide it back and forth. This is the pepper. Very good. A lot of this isn't really going to stick as much as we might think we wanted it to. That's okay. There we go. There we go. The counter's getting messy. Is that okay?
Yeah, all we have to do is watch it.
Oh, you're so smart. How'd you get so smart?
School.
School? I thought you were gonna say your mom. Did Mom teach you all that good stuff?
School did.
This one is for you. Remember, hold it at the bottom. Okay. Good job. Oh, you're doing so good. Now we rotate that as we do it. We keep rotating. You're doing so good. You must have learned that at your good school.
Nope, I learned it from my dad.
What? Oh my goodness. All right. My turn?
Yeah, for the top and bottom, your turn.
Thank you. Does that smell yummy? That thyme is super nummy.
Smells yummy.
Yeah.
We're getting more time on the table than anything.
Yeah, that's okay. Now I'm going to put just a little bit more on it, okay? Because I want a coating of this. So here we go. I'm just going to make it green. You want a green meat? Does that sound weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like green eggs and ham.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Green eggs and ham.
I did have green eggs and ham once, but the green eggs were just colored green.
What?
I hate eggs.
That seems like cheating.
I hate eggs.
Okay.
I never like eggs.
So there you go. We got green prime rib.
Green meat.
You ready? We put one on the spit. Okay. Then we put the meat on the spit. And just like you would think, you just find the middle. Try and keep it level. Try not to stab the counter with the other one that's on the spit already. And just hold on because it's so tender, it slides right through. Nice. That's about where we want it, right there in the middle of the spit. Is that pretty cool?
It's supposed to protect it by not letting it go off.
So what this does for us is this holds it so it turns. So this stabs into the meat. Okay, you ready for it to stab into the meat?
Yeah.
And stab into the meat.
I see it.
Pretty cool. Okay, now we tighten these down. And like you saw, one of them didn't quite go in, but that's okay. It's not a terribly big piece of meat. That's the hard part about the dry aging that you like. Remember the dry aging I told you about? The hard part of that is you do lose a bit of meat. So you end up with smaller pieces. By the way, these do get washed every time.
This one's done. The next one.
Okay, just make it nice and good and tight. All right, open that up. Just like we did. There we go. Get that to line up with there. And on this side, we just get it to set into there. And then watch it come out the other side. Try it again. There we go. That side's good. And that side's good. Pretty evenly centered in there. Nice. All right. Got it turned on, got it fired up. Generally speaking, you want to have this turned on in advance and heated up before you put anything on it. I wanted to make it so that the video would work, so I put it on here. It is the way we were doing it today. But we've got it turned on, heating up. Off we go. Go ahead and turn on the rotisserie. And there it is. Spinny, spinny, lots of fun. Come back later and get to experience what that looks like and sounds like once it's cooking. Good. You can't make prime rib without having au jus. So we're, au jus.
What's au jus?
Au jus is the dippy sauce that we're gonna dip our good yummy food in.
With baby carrots.
Right.
Baby carrots?
Does that sound like fun?
Yeah.
So we're gonna take and we're gonna throw some celery into a pot.
But
Okay?
do you have to cut apples and then I can put it in?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna, because we're gonna take all this and we're gonna pull it out. We're just gonna do pieces. We're not gonna be really picky about it, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. That's really what I normally put in, is just some potatoes, some carrots, and some celery. No potatoes, some carrots and celery. That's where we start. We're gonna do today, because
Zucchini!
Mom found some zucchini at the store and thought that would be good, and I am curious if it does any difference for us. You ready? What else did Mom find at the store?
Potatoes.
Sweet
Peppers.
peppers? Oh my goodness. All right.
I might not want to touch this one.
You don't want to touch this one?
Wait, if you rub your eyes, are your eyes gonna hurt?
These are not hot peppers, they're sweet peppers.
Okay, so if you rub your eyes after touching them, it won't hurt.
It shouldn't. But they have seeds in them. And generally the peppers, that's where most of the heat is, in the seeds. So the question is, should we take all the seeds out or should we just throw the seeds in too?
take all the seeds out.
All right, you ready?
Mmm.
If I roll it like that, does that get most of the seeds out?
Yeah.
So you cut the end off and just roll it in your hands, and the seeds all fall out. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
All right. We'll put some salt in. And how much salt do we want to put in?
A lot.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pretty good amount in. You're exactly
Pretty
right.
good. Like my dad's handful.
Yeah,
That's no cheese.
that look good?
That's the cheese.
You
Ooh, that's salt.
know what? I might actually put a little bit more, just to get a little bit more with that. And
A
then
little more flavor.
we're gonna use
The pepper
we're
again.
gonna use the rest of the pepper that we did for our
So just
primer.
dump the whole pepper in.
Yeah, put that all in there. Does that look good? What else should we do?
Garlic.
Do a little garlic. We put garlic on everything, don't we?
Yeah.
All right.
And then that. Let's do some smoked paprika after this.
No, paprika goes on meats. It doesn't really go into sauces.
What about thyme?
Kind of like thyme. It doesn't really go into the sauce. You can if it's a sauce that you're gonna do. This is gonna be more of a liquid. So we're good right there. Next, we're gonna use beef broth.
What? Beef broth.
Beef broth is like a soup.
Oh,
Cool. And it's gonna be the base, is gonna be the liquid of what we use for this.
okay.
Can you hold on with that with me and help me pour it? We're gonna let it sit on the stove, and it's gonna cook on low for, oh goodness, probably all day.
Dad, you gave me words of that.
Is that getting you a little?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna survive?
Yeah.
All right, does that look like a super yummy?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So now we're gonna put it on the stove and just let it cook. And then what's gonna happen is all the flavor from the vegetables and the salt and the pepper is gonna get into the sauce. It's gonna be super yummy. Good. Got that prime rib. Good.
Yes.
First thing we gotta do is get the truss off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna carve us off a piece. Look at that. Oh, doesn't it? Mmm. So yummy. Yummy, yummy. So yummy, yummy, yummy.